Let's face it, you'll never be as cool as Deadpool or Wolverine from the recent Marvel movie, but at least now you can learn the card tricks of Channing Tatum's character.
They call me the Gambit.
On va commencer ou non? I love Marvel. So I was kind of underwhelmed by the variety and difficulty of the flourishes you can see in the movie. I think I was a little bit spoiled. If you are a total beginner, we have like a exactly video for you how to learn the basics. And in fact, dribble and card throws are the basics. So to train, you can buy a deck of bicycle playing cards or something very cheap, but we would recommend you trying the cards produced by the United States Playing Card Company, not a plastic deck of playing cards. And you will be good. This is our custom deck of playing cards. You can pick it up on our shop for a brief period of time. But the thing is, we like the paper cards, right? So they are much snappier. So let's start with the dribble. This is easy. So to perform this, you need to cover the cards with your right hand and dribble them in the left hand. How do you do it exactly? You need to ensure that you can spring the cards, like this bottom part, off with the thumb in a manner where you can spring one card at a time. So learn this motion, it's not difficult. I think you can master that easily. So now you can understand how exactly it works, because you're springing the cards one at a time and you're letting them fall into your left palm like this. So also notice the position of left palm. Your pinky prevents cards from falling down and your palm is open like that. So this is how it looks. There's two ways to do this basic dribble, like this, on the corners, corner grip dribble, and the dribble that I prefer. Also, there is another dribble called Anaconda, much more advanced. A different grip exists for that, but you're learning the classic dribble right now. So after you learned how to spring the cards of your thumb, you can now grip the cards like this. Remaining fingers, apart from the thumb, are holding the deck on this short edge on top, and index finger is just controlling the cards, pushing over here. So it helps you to obtain this nice motion. You can now increase and work on increasing the distance. You will learn how to maybe manage and position your index finger better. I find that this point is working for me well, but maybe it's different for you. Do this motion up and down, because eventually you'll be out of cards and some cards will be messy, and in order to like kind of square them up in the motion of the dribble, which looks much more elegant, you're letting your right hand do that in the final part of the actual flourish, right? So you're not letting all the cards fall down and have this mess in your left hand. Instead, most likely, you want to do this. But sometimes people like doing this and they can square the cards easily like that. So in case you're wondering what are these are second deck of playing cards produced by the United States Playing Card Company. We've been doing cardistry and sleight of hand for over a decade now, and in fact we're trying to replicate and teach you the sleights you can see in video games and movies, like Detroit Become Human, for instance. On this channel you'll be able to learn cardistry, sleight of hand, and also take a look at some dope decks that are being released right now. But if you want to support us, these unfortunately have been sold out long time ago. We are working on our third deck of playing cards with a renowned demuralist and artist, and it's being released as we speak. But these cards, in this special occasion for a brief period of 2 weeks, despite them being sold out, we are putting a few bricks from our private reserves back online. So if you want to pick up exactly this deck, now you know what to do. Now speaking about the card throw, so most likely it was a hand double. One more time, Ryan, Channing, you know what to call. There is a very good hand double based in Ukraine. You need something, I will be there. So
My name is Jeff.
if you want to throw a card from the deck, full deck of cards, into your right hand, obviously just mirror what I'm doing if you're righty. If you're lefty, you need to hold the deck in your right hand. That sounds counterintuitive, but that's how your brain is wired, so it's easy to start with your left hand. So now that you can perform the hotshot card, it is probably easier and more effective way to make sure that the card arrives from the deck into your right hand. So what you do is you form an element of a Charlie card. The actual hotshot card looks like this, but that's really complicated. We can move on by just lifting this top packet and inserting your index finger, right? So you see this 7 of clubs. You just try to pull where the pips is with your index finger and try to revolve the card using your middle finger as a pivot point to reach this situation when the card is sticking out perpendicularly. From here, all you do is just push on this exact pip, index in fact. The card will just propel itself into the air and it will be very easy to catch it. So that's a hot shot by Daryl. Very easy to perform. Again, the card is sticking in the middle of the deck. You push on the index and it just propels itself, and you can manage the distance as well by just kicking a little bit with your wrist like this and making sure that the card is flying somewhere into the air, and then you can try and catch it. So this is the throw of the card from the deck, but also if you want to throw the card at someone like this, intimidate someone, it's actually very painful if someone is getting hit by a card on this corner. Don't do this to anyone, please. Just make sure that everyone around you is safe. You're a little savage. So what's cool about this card throw is not only you're propelling the card into the air, you can also catch it with your index and middle finger, the way Gambit is doing that in the movie. Very easy to execute. All you need to do is just hold the card in this lower third, and in an action of doing this with your index finger and a thumb, this motion, you're preparing for a card throw, right? So that's easy because you're picking a card, boom, you're ready for a card throw. Again, slow motion like this. But make sure that your this index finger is aligned with this short edge. This is your position from where you launch the card, right? So again, boom, you're ready to throw the card. So depending on how good your index finger is aligned to this short edge, the more precise your card throw will be, right? So you can of course start like this. That's like a lot of preparation, a lot like special grips, but this is nice because you pick the card, boom, you're ready to throw it. And you would want your nail to not show up, it will be covered by the card. That's the perfect, and you can actually see as like your thumb becomes a ramp for this card and it's ready to be launched like this. And the card throw itself is easy. All you do is just do this motion, flicking motion with the index finger. Boom. So these are the card throw and the dribble that Gambit is performing in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. Merci à toutes et à tous, and now this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. We're trying to be more consistent with content. The problem is that right now Russia is bombing our country. It's been happening for over a decade as well, but now it is intensifying, and now some of the power plants are being destroyed as well. And we don't get electricity for like 10 hours straight, so sometimes it's really challenging to create content. And in order to survive in this environment, you need to be putting out videos day in, day out, and we're doing our best. So stay tuned, subscribe to our socials. Much love, do побачення.